Hi! How are y'all? Hashtag Crazy Cat here with you live from Clemens, North Carolina with Coach Kebie. Super excited to be able to do our Saturday Sizzle live today. And we're going to be talking about coaching. So Coach Kebie coaches coaches, and we're going to talk about why that is and why coaches need coaches. So the first question is, why would a coach need a coach?
Well, hey everybody, I'm Kebie, and thank you, Kat, for doing this. And so, why would a coach need a coach? It's interesting that in my field and with me working with a few clients who are coaches, it seems that people go get certificates and they go through coaching programs, but then they don't know what to do next. So they don't know how to write their content, they don't know how to develop the program, they don't know how to market it. They're kind of just given a certificate and say go. And then you have some folks who have it in their hearts to coach, but they have no idea where to start. And you can probably share your background with that. But it's also about having that coach in your corner. Someone that's done it, been there, scraped their knees, been through the work. Oh, I've been there, done that. And it just cuts out and carves out a lot of time. So I would always encourage anyone that wanted to do coaching that they have a mentor, they have a coach, someone that's done that and can help them walk them through that process.
Yeah. So one of the things when I first met with Coach Kebie that was really meaningful to me is I always knew in my heart I wanted to be a coach. Even though I've been an accountant forever, I knew I love coaching people. I always have, and that's how I spent my time. Mm-hmm. And I knew I wanted to be a coach. And you were like, you actually said that. You were like, you were meant to be a coach, but I was like, where would I even start? Mm-hmm. Like, me charging people money, what? To talk to me, what? That's weird. Do you know what I mean? So then it's this whole process of figuring out what are you good at, because I think with coaching, some people try to do everything. They want to be everything to everybody, and we all like have a passion and a thing that we really can focus on. Mm-hmm. So talk a little bit about how, when somebody knows they want to be a coach, like how do you help them go through that process of figuring out what they're good at and where they focus?
Well, I mean, look at the skill of what you were doing today with just creating the ideas you had today, what we were working on that took a total of energy and hours. What would you say, over 60 hours total? Because you said a week plus 2 or 3 hours today. So over 60 hours of energy you put into this event that you could train on.
Yeah.
Why would we give that away for free? And secondly, not only does that devalue you as a person and your time, but it disservices the customer. Because when I invest in myself, I invest time, energy, and money. So if I went to hire a coach or hire a trainer, try to develop a skill, and it was free, I would think it's not worth anything then. Why would I put skin? There's no skin in the game. So if, for example, if I wanted to learn computers, I didn't know how to do Excel, I would need to go to the community college, right? Mm-hmm. Go to college, go to a trade school, learn Excel. That's what I did like 20 years ago, right? Went and took a Microsoft type class, and I learned that so I could put it on my job resume. That class cost money. The book cost money. Gas in my car cost money. So you have to look at that you're delivering a skill. And this is all the breakdown too of a lot of inner things that people go through as people. So when you're coaching, how do you get through that? You got to hire a coach to help you get through that. So you can define your value proposition is what that's called. And also that you can dig deep and learn how to ask for that, ask for the money, just like we do in network marketing, direct sales, just like we do if we were real estate agents, insurance agents, doesn't matter. You're selling a service. So you want to look at market value, what you have to offer. I always bring myself down to below market value, and that's probably bad. I need to up my market value. But I have been able to do that by create loyalty. So I start small, and then my classes go up in price, but I've generated a loyalty with my clients that they don't stop coming to me. They truly want to keep coming through. So I'm fine with that market value, even though my social media class should probably be at least $1,000.
Yep.
And it's less than a pair. These boots cost more than my social media class. Okay, put it that way. My hair, I got done my hair yesterday. It costs more than my social media class. But that's the other thing. I get my hair done. I pay for a service. And that service is valued based on experience of that person who does hair,
Yep.
the college that they got, the experience that they've had doing it, how much color experience have they had, and then they can name their market value, right? Their value proposition. Then I can make the decision, do I want to pay for that service? But would you go get your hair done if it was free? Ain't nobody touching my hair for free. Because if they was, I could come out there melted like with no hair, you know? So you have to look at yourself that way too, that you put value on your time. How much does it cost for your time away from your family? Because your time is important too. And then looking at the seed that person is investing in themselves, they've got to be able to have that investment as well, because there's always a harvest. But we're denying that seed for our customers if we're devaluing it, right? And then you've got the other issue that if I charge $99 for my social media, that's what it should be for everybody. I can't be like, well, I really like Susie a lot, and Susie's a single mom, and I give special perks. No, because then I just disservice all of my customers who I may not know their problems. Everybody has problems. Yeah. Everybody has issues. Everybody has financial issues. So this is the price and everybody pays. Just like if I go to Walmart and I want a thing of cheese, I'm going to pay what Bob pays right beside me who's looking at the cheese. They're not going to say, well, Bob's a single dad, so we want to give him this cheese. We have to look at our businesses as businesses. Yeah. And we have to have that fair market value, what's going on out in the market, what you have to offer, how much experience you have, how much knowledge you have, and back that up. You know, you can't put too large of a price on something either, right? So you got to look at that market value, and it's very important that you're looking at your value proposition as a coach. And a lot of them struggle with that, so they need a coach.
Yeah. I love it. And I think about, because I skydive as well, and I wouldn't even think about skydiving without a coach. It's one of my requirements. People ask me about a team, and I'm like, it's not even a discussion for me if we're not getting a coach.
And would you skydive for free? Like
No.
if somebody said, hey, come on, let's go jump out of a plane. Oh, yeah, by the way, it's free.
No.
No way.
No.
So there's a price that comes with that, and you know.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And it's a like you said, it's a time trade-off. Like I can figure out, my team, I've been skydiving, I have 2,200 jumps. So we could figure out, literally, without killing ourselves, we can figure out how to coach ourselves. But it's going to take us forever to figure out head switch later. It's the little things.
Right.
You know, like that's why I love working with you, because it's the little things. You're like, oh, we'll just go look here. Well, I could go YouTube it. I'll be there for 4 days. I don't have time. You know what I mean? And right? You can ask a coach the question, and they'll be like, oh, here's what you need to do. Here's, you know.
Right.
The other thing is that helping you figure out, like you said on your value proposition, but helping you figure out how to focus and where to spend your time and how to spend your energy so that so you're really clear. I love that. So what is the biggest thing that coaches struggle with when they're trying to develop a program? Or what's the biggest action?
It's always action because they think about it. Lots of them are very creative, and that's good. We need to be creative, but you can't sit there and just create. You've got to recruit. You have to market. You got to do the things you don't want to do sometimes, even as coaches. And then you have all the negativity out there as well. Just like if you were to do coaching, is just like network marketing. So if you go do network marketing, you're going to have everybody saying, don't do that, it's this, you're not going to make it, yada, yada. So you have all this coming at you as well, and then self-doubt comes. So a lot of coaches just sit there and do nothing with their certifications, and they've been trained, they've been schooled, and they have a lot to offer someone. We don't have to be valuable to the world. Like, we're not looking for thousands of people. If you just help one person as a coach, that's everything in your mission. Usually most coaches are very supportive, and they want to help other people. So if you helped one person a year and you did that for 5 years, that's 5 people you've helped, and I can guarantee you they're going to refer somebody. So eventually you can build your program, but you have to take action. And it's hard to take action without a coach as well. Someone in your corner, someone who can help you work out a lot of these kinks. And I'll just tell you that as I've developed and built my programs, I tried to get coaches and mentors, and there was nobody out there. There was lots of gurus, but I knew more than them. And when I would try to retain their services, they didn't know what they claimed. So that told me this is the field I want to be in, because there's nobody out there doing this. There's nobody helping coaches coach. Yeah. So I've become very passionate about it in the last 6 months, especially working with a lot of coaches, and this is where it's at. Like, I truly want to help them. You go pay, people can pay for certifications like through John Maxwell, spend lots of money, and that's a great program, don't get me wrong. I love John Maxwell. But you come out of that schooling and you're like, what now? Mm-hmm. Like, here's your certification, you've got lots of training, lots of mindset stuff, you can really help impact people and help them and coach them. How do you do it? How do you plan? How do you execute? How do you develop? How do you market? How do you get yourself out there and move in action? And most people, they're just like, I don't know. I mean, I've met people who have had certifications for 10 years and never done anything. 10 years. And now they start working with me, and they're piloting their groups. They're starting to collect money, paid clients, and they're truly impacting people. But they haven't moved for 10 years, because in the marketplace, this is what we're seeing, is that they're getting certifications, but they don't know what to do next. So.
Yeah. And that's one of the things that I've struggled with, because I'm a supporter. I love people and I want to help people. So the whole thought of charging somebody money to come to a coaching program or whatever, you're just like, oh my goodness, where do you start? Or how do you even market yourself? Because I could sit there and just, put really pretty materials together and think about all the people I could help. But if you don't have all of the parts of the business, you're not going to actually have a whole business. Right? And that's where getting a coach helps, because you get somebody who kind of balances you out and helps push you where you need to be pushed, helps answer the questions you don't know how to answer, and gets you to go do the stuff so you can help more people.
Well, let's just talk about, because you mentioned a lot, the charging.
Yeah.
Now, you told me that you had paid for a life coaching program. We won't name what.
Yeah.
But if you want to reveal how much, if you would like.
Yeah.
But you told me in the same sentence, I would do it again.
Oh, yeah.
This coaching literally changed my life.
Yeah.
So is that not the important piece, that if someone paid you for coaching,
yes,
and you help change their life and do a total 180 in the direction they're looking for, but you're the component of that, but then you don't exist, your coaching don't exist because you have fear of charging?
Right.
Like, where does that make sense?
It doesn't.
Right.
I go, and what Coach is talking about, going back to November 2016, I was really lost.
No, I'm not laughing. I'm just.
No,
it's just that it's all like full circle.
It is.
Yeah.
I was a life zombie. I was lost and didn't know how lost. And I had worked so hard for 22 years to become this accountant. And I woke up one day and looked in the mirror and I was like, I don't even know who I am, and I don't know how I got here. And I was so lost, I didn't even know where to start. And I ended up in this conference where I ended up in a coaching program, and it was extremely expensive. I actually paid more for that than I do for skydiving in a year, which is more than most people pay to put a kid through college. So it was a chunk of change. But like I said, I would do it again, because what was happening is we know we want to be somewhere else. And we're kind of in our boat of life, and we're rowing really hard, and we're listening to Les Brown and Tony Robbins, and we're like, rah, rah, if I exercise more, I'm going to feel better. If I just say yes more, I'm going to feel better. But then you wake up the next day and you're like, I don't feel like it. And you don't know why. Well, you're rowing really hard in your boat, and you're going, okay, Les Brown said to keep moving, so I'm going to keep moving. But you're throwing anchors out the back of your boat, right? And those are all your fears. And I was throwing these massive anchors out. And so I was rowing hard to go in a circle, and waking up and looking in the mirror and going, I don't like where I am, but I don't know where to go, and I don't know what to do. And so that's where coaches help you figure out why you're lost, how you ended up lost, and that it's really the things you tell yourself and your inner bully that keep you stuck. Nothing else. Do you know what I mean?
Right.
And it was so worth it. And to be able to do that for other people and to give them hope, and to let them give them a way out, or to let them know that it doesn't take that big of a change to make a change. You know what I mean? That's so cool.
Right. And now, full circle, this is what your coaching is about.
Yeah.
To help people see that if they're in the mirror staring, like, where am I? Who am I? What the heck? How have I got here?
Yep.
Like, you helping people who are stuck. So now full circle, you get to deliver that same wisdom and training and offer that same help.
Yeah, it's gonna be so much fun.
I can't wait.
Yay! So, I highly recommend, if you're thinking about making any change, go get a coach, go talk to somebody. It has changed my life in the last 2 years. Like, seriously, there's no way I could have done it without it. Coach Kebie's helped me so much. I actually prayed earlier this year for God to kind of be the CEO and to help me and to figure out, like, what do I want to do with the rest of my life. And then I met her like 2 weeks later, and it's just been one really cool thing after another, and life is really awesome, and I'm learning so much, and it's just, I'm a completely different person now than I was in May, and I can't even remember the person I was in November 2016, the day I took the red pill. So it's pretty cool. So
awesome.
yeah.
And
cool.
we will get to the comments. I know this is on Cats Live, but if you guys do comment, or if you want to find out more from either of us, please message. And if you're watching the replay, you can do #replay, but we will get to every comment and every message.
Yep. So thank you for y'all's time.
Yeah. Thank you, Kat, for interviewing me.
Oh yeah, that was fun.
Now we get to go to dinner and have fun. By the way, you've been hanging out this weekend. How has that been?
Oh my goodness, it's so much fun. So I've been needing to write my coaching program. I've had it in my mind, and I wake up and I go, oh, this idea, that idea, but then I go shiny object and I do other things and hang out with my grandparents and I farm and build my house. And so being able to come here and really put pen to paper and bounce ideas off and make sure that I'm aiming in the right direction has been so helppful. So I've really loved it.
Awesome.
And I appreciate it. The hospitality's been great, and Jason's a really good cook. And the kids are like amazing.
We've had a lot of fun. I like to get to know my clients and as friends, that we build that relationship. That's real important to me. And then you just get to follow me and see what I do day to day in the real life raw. And
that's been really cool.
Yeah, the group sessions and
Yeah.
social media training on this side instead of the other side. Yeah.
That was one of the other things. A lot of the training sessions, like the coaching stuff that I participate in, it's all remote. And I never dreamed that you could have such a close relationship, people remotely. But the Zoom is brilliant. Right. And so most of the team, I feel like I know really closely. Right. But being able to come here and see things behind the scenes and touch it, feel it, it's been really helpful.
Yeah.
It's been really cool. So anyway, well, happy Saturday, everybody.
Thanks for watching.
We'll see you next week on the Sizzle. Call us.